Good afternoon, my dear Pranav Bhai and Prasad Bhai Desai, Professor Santa Kumar, Director GNLU, my respected Shri Mohit Bhai, former Chief Justice of the Bombay High Court, Senior Advocate Shri Shiresh Bhai Sanjanwala, my dear friends Justice Chaya and Justice Shastri, my dear friend Shri Yatin Oja, President Gujarat High Court Advocates Association, Shri Gopinath Bhai, Amar Bhatt, Shri Ilyas Bhai Vora, Principal District Judge Gandhinagar, Shri D.M. Vyas, Secretary, Legal Department, State of Gujarat, my other judicial officers, advocates present, and my dear students and the friends. First of all, I am thankful to Director GNLU and both Desai brothers to give me this opportunity to felicitate a newly recruited judge of GNLU alumni and to deliver a lecture at GNLU Naveen Chandra Desai Law Foundation. I feel proud and privileged to be here on this occasion to deliver a first lecture, public lecture, under the GNLU Naveen Chandra Desai Law Foundation. And first of all, congratulate both the Desai brothers for their valuable contribution and having worked with the GNLU, which ultimately will help the professional in the judicial profession. Friends, this is a time to remember late respected Shri Giriraj Bhai Desai. Life is like a sea. We are moving without end. Nothing stays with us. What remains is just memories of some people who touch us as waves. Late Shri Giriraj Bhai Desai was a simple and soft-spoken person with very high character. He was a great professional and extremely devoted to his work and a great legal luminary. He was a man of commitment and conviction, a man with a great vision, a man with a grace and having a great memory. Above all, he was a great human being. He lived with human values. His mind was both the brilliance of diamond and smoothness of opal. He hated to be rude. He maintained his cool and cool temperament with a perfect balance every time. He was an erudite scholar, a multi-dimensional personality, and a practical genius. His many of the qualities are inherited by both his two sons, Pranav Bhai and Prasad Bhai. I congratulate both of them to establish the GNLU Naveen Chandra Desai Law Foundation, which has been established with a vision of providing assistance and platform to lawyers and students to develop their skills. It is my pleasure to be a part of this lecture series. Today's topic is challenges faced by the Indian Judiciary. Life is full of challenges. There is no life without challenge. So while the judiciary is concerned, every day is a challenge and every matter is a challenge. To face the challenges and to overcome the challenges is an art. To become successful, one has to face the challenges and overcome the challenges. One of the great examples how to overcome the challenge is a gentleman who is present here, who is yesterday only selected in the Maharashtra Judicial Service. Sir, I congratulate you and I salute you, sir. Challenges give you more and more opportunity to become successful and to achieve the ultimate goal. So far the judiciary is concerned, the ultimate goal is justice to the needy without any delay and with lower cost of litigation. Justice delivery system in India is described by technical procedures with characteristics of the adversary system with accompanying delays, arrears and taxing cost. The unwarranted delays in dispensation of justice undermine the credibility of the entire justice delivery system of the country. It leads to instances where people are settling their disputes on their own, resulting in emergence of criminal syndicates and mob justice because of loss of confidence of the people in the rule of law and the constitutional mechanism. One of the example you have seen, the mob justice is in the Kerala, where the 4 persons in Andhra Pradesh, where 4 persons were killed. They were accused of committing rape. But ultimately, what does it say? It suggests it's a frustration. I discuss it subsequently. Speedy justice is recognized as fundamental right under Article 21 of the Constitution of India. There are various issues and challenges faced by the judiciary. Many challenges have come into the path in the justice delivery system. People have put and reposed the faith in the courts, judiciary and the justice delivery system. Today, people have faith and trust mainly or only in the judiciary. They come with high hopes. They come to the court treating and considering the court as a temple of justice. Therefore, it is the duty of the judiciary to rise to the occasion and to see to it that the faith and trust of the people in the judiciary is not shaken. Therefore, the first challenge faced by the Indian judiciary is to see that the faith of the people in the judicial system is not shaken. Access to justice is the right of every citizen, and that too without any delay, and it should be cheaper. Justice delivery system in India is under stress mainly because of the huge pendency of cases in the courts. To make rule of law in reality, assurance of speedy justice should be extended to citizens. However, at the same time, justice is not to be done only, but it must be seen to have been done. Citizens are justified in expecting the speedy justice, but at the same time, the judiciary is required to follow the due procedure of law. Nobody can be punished without fair trial. A person is innocent, he is convicted by a competent court of law, and that too after following the due process established by law. Justice cannot be instant. The expectations of the people are very high. Nowadays, without appreciating the hard reality, maybe because of emotions, they expect the instant justice. Apart from the fact that nobody can be punished without following due process of law and the procedure, it is said that the justice hurried is justice buried. Sentiments do not play a role while conducting the trial and deciding the matters. Courts are required to follow the law and the procedure established by law. Therefore, in today's world, the main challenge faced by the judiciary is speedy justice and at the same time to see to it that the confidence of the people in the justice delivery system is not shaken. The stakeholders in justice system are not limited to judges and lawyers, but also include all other wings of the state, which aid in administration of justice, which can be attributed to, such as the police department and other investigating agencies, experts in the field of forensics, science and technology. Therefore, it is important that all the stakeholders work in perfect coordination with the judiciary, helping in achieving the maximum efficiency level in limited resources it wields. Justice system across the globe is confronted with various challenges which need to be addressed. The Indian judicial system, apart from facing the above global challenges to make justice accessible to the citizens at large, it also faces various other challenges of having huge vacancies in the courts, deficient court infrastructure, and unfavorable working conditions in court. Heavy pendency of backlog of cases, relatively less disposal rate, and high institution rate resulting in further piling up of cases by seeking frequent adjournments, assignment of administrative work to the judges, etc., to name a few. which can be attributed to population over breaking point, social and economic inequality among citizens and lack of adequate public infrastructure and deficient alternative dispute resolution mechanism at the threshold of governance. Despite the independence of judiciary, executives and legislative bodies, the Indian judicial system faces a lot of problems. The major issues that the Indian judicial system faces are the pendency of cases, corruption, and under trial of accused, and lack of information and interaction among the people and the courts. One of the primary issues of the Indian judicial system is the pendency of cases. If the vacancies are filled, pendencies would go down and make the justice delivery system efficient. The budget allocation for the judiciary is just 0.2% of the GDP. The judge population ratio is 11 to 1 million, which should be at least 50 to 55 to 1 million. A larger number of cases that are pending in the courts have defeated the purpose of judicial system. A famous proverb says, justice delayed is justice denied. At the same time, as observed here above, justice hurried is justice buried. Therefore, the judiciary has to strike a balance between the above two. The judiciary is under stress and it is at crossroad between justice hurried is justice buried and justice delayed is justice denied. For any judiciary to be successful, it is necessary that the general public must know the mechanism of judiciary. For any judiciary to be fruitful, it is vital that the people must know the mechanism of judiciary. Despite all odds, the judiciary is doing its best in their journey in the justice delivery system. One of the other challenges faced by the judiciary is access to justice to the citizens at a lower cost. Access to justice is a fundamental right guaranteed under Article 21. Unfortunately, the litigation is becoming more expensive. It is said that it is very difficult for a poor to go to the court. In general, when the victim is not economically well off, they need to suffer as they are financially weak. They cannot afford high professional lawyers who can win the case in a limited span of time. The judiciary is accused of allegation that in the present justice delivery system, a rich can easily afford expensive lawyers and change the course of dispensation of justice in their favor. All efforts are being made by the courts to see that nobody is deprived of their legal right and to approach the court to get the justice because of the poor economic conditions. They are being provided the legal assistance at the cost of the government. Even the accused may be involved in a very serious case. He is offered the services of a lawyer by the Legal Services Authority. Many times, the court appoints the amicus curiae also. Therefore, even a day has come for the lawyers to rise to the occasion. A day has come when the lawyers follow the ethical standards and to treat them as professionals. Legal profession is a noble profession and it is meant to serve the society. Therefore, lawyers also have to rise to the occasion and serve the society and be as a part of the justice delivery system, be an instrument to access to the justice to the citizens. One other challenge faced by the Indian judiciary at present is trial by media. Maybe social media, print media or electronic media. It is very difficult to come and or restrain the media. Many times the media trial is either to increase their TRP or because of the people being swayed away with sentiments. Sometimes even they also may be justified in raising the issue in media. However, one is required to appreciate and as observed here above, justice cannot be instant. Expeditious disposal is undoubtedly required in criminal matters and that would naturally be part of guarantee of fair trial. However, the attempts to expedite the process should not be at the expenses of the basic elements of fairness and the opportunity to the accused on which postulates the entire criminal administration of justice is founded. In the pursuit for expeditious disposal, the cause of justice must never be allowed to suffer or be sacrificed. What is paramount is the cause of justice and keeping the basic ingredients which secure that as a core idea and ideal, the process may be expedited. But fast tracking of process must never even result in burying the cause of justice. Despite the aforesaid challenges, I must say with great pride that the courts are conducting the trials without justice delayed and justice denied. One other challenge which is faced by the judiciary today is striking a balance between the haves and have-nots, striking a balance between the sustainable development and maintaining the ecological balance. At present, the judiciary is faced with a number of important cases involving the economy, the environmental issues, development and constitutional issues which need to be addressed at the earliest and without any delay. Delay in deciding the commercial disputes and other disputes as a hurdle to the industrial development. To overcome the same, the legislature has come out with the Arbitration and Conciliation Act and the Commercial Courts Act. The aforesaid are the few challenges faced by the Indian judiciary at present. Still, against all odds and the deficiencies, the judiciary is trying its best to achieve the ultimate goal, access to the justice by the citizens. All stakeholders are required to come and work together to achieve the ultimate goal of justice to the citizens. Judiciary, the lawyers and the state authorities must come together. I hope and trust that the judiciary will be able to face the challenges and overcome the challenges successfully. Now, so far as the newly recruited judges of GNLU, LUD are concerned, first of all, I congratulate the newly recruited judges of the GNLU as well as the management of GNLU. I am told that this year, 23 students of this institution have been selected. And till date, about approximately 100 students are selected in the judiciary. And I am told that GNLU is the only institution in the university who has created 100 judges, correct? And they are now judges. I congratulate the university and the management and all the faculty members. Because of the hard work and the best education, they are successfully becoming the judges. I congratulate GNLU for their valuable contribution in the field of legal education. So far as the dear friends who are selected and recruited judges are concerned, to be very frank, I am just jealous of all of you. Because at your age, correct, in fact, we were afraid of even entering the courtroom. And you will preside over the court. See, this is your confidence, correct? And I have seen that your confidence level, that I can see from your faces also, that you will never face any difficulty in the courtroom. I congratulate all, wish you all the best. Dear friends who are recruited judges, they must appreciate and understand that being judges, their duty is onerous and the responsibility are higher. Let me also make a small effort to share with you what I perceive as duties and responsibilities of a judicial officer. As a judicial officer, you have to play multifaceted roles. On the judicial side, you interpret the law, assess the evidence presented before you, and control how hearing and trials are to be conducted in the court. In our adversarial system of justice, we must ensure that the evidence on both the sides are fully presented and both sides are fully heard. Then you have to provide an independent and impartial assessment of facts and apply the law of those facts. On the administrative front, you are responsible for the management of the court and its staff. You are also to maintain cordial relationship with the bar fulfilling their just demands, but at the same time not to succumb to the pressure of the bar or their unreasonable demands. You are expected to coordinate with the High Court on the one side and the district administration on the other side, so that the needs of the district judiciary are met. You must have the professional competence in judicial administration and facilitate the performance of administrative responsibilities of the court staff. You should guard against nepotism and favoritism while dealing with administrative duties. Now, district courts have been provided with the court managers and system officers. Please make best use of this personnel to improve the efficiency of the administration. Our ultimate object is that you are there to decide the matter. So these are some tips which are giving you, so that in the courtroom your atmosphere is very cool and very good. As far as practicable, please avoid participating in extrajudicial activities that detract you from the dignity of the judge's office, interfere with your performance of official duties, or that reflect adversely on your impartiality. Being in the subordinate judiciary, you have the opportunity to deal directly with the litigant public, unlike the judges of the appellate courts. The impression that you create on the litigant in your court will determine the litigant's view about the judiciary. So, you have to embed yourself good qualities in conducting yourself in a dignified and decent manner when you are in the court as well as outside the court. The image so formed by the litigant seeing your conduct should enhance the reputation of the judiciary as a whole. You should be thankful to the God that the God has given you this opportunity to serve as a judge. The duty of the judge is a pious duty. You must understand that out of approximately 130 crores of the population in the country, only few are the judges. Maybe 0.0000% of the population. Therefore, out of approximately 130 crores population, God has selected you and has reposed trust and faith in you. Therefore, it is your bounden duty to see that there is no breach of trust and faith reposed by the God. Therefore, you are required to perform your duty with all commitment and without fear or favor. God may give you strength and courage to do the justice to the needy. All the best to all of you. I also request and call upon the others who are prosecuting the studies either to join the litigation and or judiciary. I am also happy to note that nowadays the students are joining the litigation as well as the judiciary. Earlier the trend was to go to the corporates, correct? But I am not against to joining the corporates. But I may tell you that so far as the litigation is concerned or to join the judiciary is concerned, there is a everyday challenge. And so far as joining the corporates are concerned, you will become the monotonous, and after 1 year or 2 years, correct, you will feel the frustration. Please avoid that and join the litigation or join the judiciary. Once again, I am thankful to the director, GNLU, and Desai brothers, Pranav Bhai and Prasad Bhai, to give me this opportunity to be with you and express my views. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.